In Washington this evening, here's something we haven't been able to say in a long time. There is new hope for a broad bipartisan agreement, this time on the issue of immigration reform. After Republicans took a historic shellacking among Hispanic voters in the November election, what has been one of the most divisive issues in our recent politics suddenly has lawmakers on both sides ready to make some sort of deal. Donald followed all for us on Capitol Hill tonight. Good evening.
Good evening, Brian. There really is new political urgency driving this. Republicans say immigration reform is one way they could better connect with the fast-growing bloc of Hispanic voters. Democrats would like to help the president get an early second-term success. So all that makes an agreement hammered out this weekend look like it's got a shot to deal with the 11 million people believed to be here illegally. Today, in places like this vegetable field in Ventura County, California, the immigration struggle is part of daily life for farmer Craig Underwood and 200 migrant workers he hires.
We would hope for some sort of reform so that the workers don't feel threatened and that we don't feel threatened.
In a new plan, senators from both parties agreed that to get a green card and years later citizenship, undocumented immigrants would register with the federal government, pay fines and back taxes, undergo criminal background checks, and learn English. While other attempts at reform have failed, they claim this time is different.
The public's attitude has changed in 4 years. 4 years ago, they said, fix the border. Now, they much prefer a comprehensive solution.
Elections. The Republican Party losing the support of our Hispanic citizens.
A voting bloc in a display, both a veteran Democrat, a rising star Republican described the plan in Spanish.
Pero hay que buscar una solución que no contribuya a la inmigración ilegal en el futuro.
To attract conservatives, promises to strengthen security, more Border Patrol agents, and aerial drone surveillance. The government would track temporary visas to reduce staying past deadlines and create a new employment verification system.
We also have to ensure that we don't do anything that encourages people to come here illegally in the future.
So there are new rules for undocumented immigrants who fill special needs. An agricultural worker program would permit laborers to work in the U.S. legally, but does not grant citizenship. Visiting students who earn advanced degrees in science and technology here could get a green card. And of course, there is real resistance among some Republicans and some Democrats. So the people behind this plan say they know it will be very tough to turn today's framework into specifics and to get something done. Brian?
Kelly O'Donnell on the Hill covering it all for us tonight. Thanks. Let's bring in our political director, Chief White House correspondent Chuck Todd. And Chuck, some people look at the presidency as a checkbook, and certainly this will amount to one of the first checks the president writes, drawing down that political balance.
Well, that's right. And tomorrow he's going to Nevada to create public pressure, the White House says. It was supposed to be the place where he was going to launch push for immigration, but the White House is very supportive of what this bipartisan group of senators are not ready to fully endorse the deal, but they endorse it in principle. And that's exactly right. And it goes to what Kelly said at the beginning, Brian, which is that they're both parties. Big deals happen in Washington when the political self-interests align. And John McCain has been very straightforward about the self-interest of the Republican Party. They have got to fix their problems with Hispanics, and that's why they're at the table.
All right, Chuck Todd at the White House tonight. Chuck, thanks.